Hey y'all, welcome to another video. It's me, Zarbix, or the Zarbix from Twitch. Here's a new player starting guide. We've had a lot of new players coming to the game lately, and advice chat, as you can probably see here, is just insanely active. A lot of people with a lot of new questions. So I'm hoping that this video will help answer maybe a few of those questions that are, I'm getting, that players are asking, and hopefully we find some way to put this video out there that people can find it and get some resources. So first thing I want to say is welcome to Warhammer Online, Return of Reckoning, the Age of Reckoning private server. Warhammer is a game that has 24 classes, 72 specializations, 6 level 40 PvE dungeons with more on the way soon, keep sieges, fortress sieges, city sieges. It has leveling through PvE or PvP. You can do 1 to 40 with both or either. You can level in this game however you want. It has public quests, group quests, epic quests. The game is completely free to play, no pay to win, no cash up. It's a volunteer dev team. The server is located in the EU, so keep that in mind. The population is slightly swinging more towards the EU population. It's busier during EU hours, but even last night and today, you can still have 7, 8, 9, 1,000 players during off-peak hours. Server cap is currently 2,000, but they're thinking of raising it to 3, depending on the influx of players. There are trade skills in this game, there's token systems, there's battlegrounds, there's a lot to learn, but don't get overwhelmed. There's tutorials when you first get started, feel free to turn those on. Let's get started with some basics. So starting the game, what you want to do first is just get sorted with your screen. You got your chat box, you have your mini map. There's a lot of buttons, especially if you start with add-ons like I use, but if you don't, you can make your way there. You have a bag, you can buy more bag slots with silver. It's not too expensive, but as you get up there, you'll want to increase that. You can buy trade skills in the city. There are 2 main trade skills, apothecary and butchering. Apothecary makes potions, apothecary and talisman making. Talisman making makes these kind of gems you can slot your gear with. And then there's gathering professions. You have butchering and cultivating to grow seeds and get materials for apothecary. And then you have salvaging of items for talisman making. And then you have salvaging, which is gathering items from humanoid mobs for talisman making as well. Right from level 1 in this game, I see a lot of people going, following the quest chains, which isn't a bad thing, but in Warhammer, you can level with PvP right from the get-go. All you need to do is right when you get into the game, you can go to your mini-map and you'll find your war report. If you hover over it, it looks like a little scroll. Click on that and you'll see all the places where you can teleport to immediately to get started with PvP. You don't have to do that if you don't want to, but it gives you a good option if you so choose. Or you can just try to run your way through the lakes to the RVR campaign. Everyone in Warhammer starts in the same area. For order, it's going to be Nordland and right here down south, and you'll just run up here to the open RVR lake. All the RVR lakes are in orange. For destruction, you're going to start up here, and then you're just going to run south down to the RVR lakes in Nordland. That's where open PvP happens. There's also battlegrounds. The way you access those is you can click on the join scenario queue on your minimap. It looks like a little Warhammer symbol. Click on that, click join all, and you can join all the various scenarios that are in the game. Scenarios change every week. Every Monday, the lineup changes. So just because you might not have your favorite in right now or you don't like them, keep checking. You don't have to queue for all of them if you don't like. If you find that some of them are more frustrating or you're losing some of them, block those out. By all means, you can level with questing in this game. I would even recommend that if you're getting started, pick up some of the starting quests if you want to. It'll help you learn your character, learn about the movements and animations in the world before you get started with PvP. But I'm someone who will probably want to do it right from level 1, but not everyone has to. As you run through the world, there'll be public quests you can join. You'll see if players are there, like 7 are right here. There's 5 over this one. There's 5 at that one. Everyone's done public quests at this point. There's multiple stages. You kill the mobs. There's a hero that spawns, and then you kill the hero, and then eventually there's a loot drop. There's a chest, and you win bags. What else, guys? Okay, so if you want to go train your character up, if you want to train your mastery trees, this is where you'll get your abilities. You start getting points at level 11. You get one every other level between 11 and 20. So at 11, 13, 15, 17, 19, and then 21. And then from that point on, you get another 1 point per level. At 40, you will have 25 points. And then you will get an extra 4 from renown ranks 40, 50, 60, and 70 for 29 total ever. Feel free to go to the Warhammer Online Career Builder and try to spec your character out if you want to. 29 points at Renown rank 70 to spend on any of these trees if you so choose. As you level, you have your career rank, but you also have your Renown rank. Your Renown rank will go up as you kill players, and your career rank will also go up as you kill players, but also NPCs in the world. You need to level both. Most high-end gear sets require a Renown rank to equip them, so don't do too much PvE. You got to make sure that at least your Renown level is staying similar to your career level. As well, when you level your Renown level, you get points, 1 per each level, that you can spend on additional stats, increase your strength or your willpower, increase your chance to crit, get more action points, even a few abilities like increasing how effective your flee is, or giving you a chance on proc to get a speed increase, or even defensive, increasing your dodge disrupt, your parry, reducing your chance to be critically hit. Both are super important. Level both. Aside from that, make sure that you at some point you guys head to the capital city. The capital city can be you can fly there from any chapter hub after chapter 2. They'll all have flight masters, and every war camp will have flight masters at the same time. Right now, there are only 2 cities. There is Altdorf for order, and there is the inevitable city for destruction. That's where you're going to find career trainers. That's where you're going to find merchants. That's where you're going to find the auction house and the bank and all those things that you would expect in an MMO city. There are guilds in this game. Feel free to join a guild. There are guild quests that will give you extra rewards if you complete dungeons or do scenarios or fight in the open RVR campaign with your guild mates. So if you see someone advertising for a guild, feel free to join it. It's generally a good idea. The dungeons actually drop pretty good gear in this game. There are 6 right now. So starting out at level 40, there's Mount Gumbad, there's the City Dungeons, Balrog Burrow, Bloodred Enclave, Sigmar Crypt, and Warplight Tunnels, and finally Bastion Stair. Lost Veil potentially soon. City Sieges are in the game, rank plays in the game, but that's going to be a more high-end level thing. You probably don't have to worry about that at the earliest levels. Additionally, as you level up, you're going to get tactics. Your tactics will be able to, you slot them for your character, kind of like runes that will increase your abilities. You get them as you level up. You can also spec into additional ones in your mastery trees. You'll also get morale abilities as you level. These are kind of special, ultimate abilities that will build up as you are in combat, and you can use them to do undefendable damage or have massive spell effects in the fight. Warhammer Online really is a very special game, and it can feel overwhelming. There's a whole bunch of stats to work at. There's your offensive, defensive, there's your range, your magic, but don't feel overwhelmed at the beginning. You'll learn as you go. I know as an MMO player, a lot of us want to get everything, learn from the beginning, feel like we know exactly what we're doing, but Warhammer, because of, it's a private server, because it's an older game and it doesn't have all that information out there, there's a sense of mystery when you're playing this game still, something that maybe people playing WoW Classic didn't have, that you can still feel like you don't know everything about the world, or you're learning about things, or there's mysteries, there's excitement, there's surprises, and that's something special. It's something that you don't get in every other game. Enjoy it while you have it, because we don't get too many of those games in coming out right now. Just thinking if there's anything else that I can tell you guys about this game. If you want to join a party, go to the open party window. You'll see the open warbands in your area. You can just click join right here, and boom, you join it, and you'll be able to go find them in the lake and fight with them and play with them. You can make your own 6-man group to do scenario queues. Make sure you pick up the quests from those. You can turn them in the city, and they will give you experience, emblems, and silver. Last few things. There's a friends list. There's your character screen. You can slot items here. If you ever want to have appearance gear like transmog and WoW, just click the appearance tab at the bottom. That'll let you put on any different pieces that maybe you like the look of a weapon or a piece of armor that you got at a low level and you want to keep using that. Click on the appearance tab, put it there, and you should be good to go. Additionally, a lot of the gear in Warhammer comes from tokens. You get tokens from fighting in the open RVR world or fighting in scenarios. You can use them at merchants both in war camps and in the city to buy gear that will hold you through for a long time if you don't want to start playing the auction house game. As you level, keep an eye on the merchants in the war camp. There's probably upgrades every few levels that you go. Like, for example, Decimator, you use buying recruit emblems. It's a 2-piece set bonus, and throughout your leveling experience, you'll you'll have that too. One last thing that I should probably mention is there are tiers in this game, but it works a little bit different than on live. In Warhammer Online, the levels are split between 1 to 15 is tier 1. You'll be fighting in the starting zones, Nordland Norska, Ekranmont Bloodhorn, and Blighted Isle and Trace. Once you get to 16, you're merged with everyone else in the entire rest of the campaign. So you'll be fighting in tiers 2, 3, and 4 with everyone. So once you get to level 16, guys, I know a lot of people are confused by this, but all you need to do then is type in a .rvr into your chat, and you'll see which zones are open. So tier 1, you're not there anymore. For tier 2, 3, you would be going to either Marshes, Shadowlands, or High Pass. So 16, you're with the big boys. You get bolstered to level 48, so don't feel like you're going to get wrecked too much. Run to the active zone or fly there, and you'll be good to go. If you still want to do scenarios are a little bit different, but similar. 1 to 15 is for tier 1 scenarios. 16 to 39 is the next pairing, the middle tier, and then 40 is the end tier for scenarios. So don't worry about that. You won't be facing the highest level players in the battleground scenarios yet. You have some time to get ready for that. So I think that's probably about it. I think that will give you a really good head start on this game. There's more to learn, of course, but that should give you a brief overview of what you need to know to get started. If you have any more questions, I am always happy to answer questions on my stream, or you can put some in the comments and I'll try to get to those when I can. Thank you all very much for watching this video, and I hope you enjoy your time in Return of Reckoning. It really is a very special game, and I hope this means good things for the game in the future, and you'll enjoy your time here. So thanks a lot, guys. Have a great rest of your day. If you want, feel free to come find me on Twitch or subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Thanks, guys. Have a great day.